thing about the Fresh Book Festival is we got a chance to collaborate with others across the country, across the pond. Authors from England joined in and shared with us about their struggle with racism in that country and how they wrote about it. So when you're ready to do some traveling as an author, let's connect you with the Fresh Book Festival, okay? So that was January. February, we continued to write and get mentally prepared to go on the road. April, we were in Plant City, Florida, which is near Tampa. We were outside of a church with our little tables and our books and our music, and the neighbors would drive by and blow horns and wave and stop, but the neighbors could hear the audiobooks as we played them. And again, the word says those that have ears to hear, let them hear. So we got to let them hear. So we turned it up loud. And every now and then somebody would say, well, are people really listening? And you look at them and they, yeah, we hear. And so my job as an ordained evangelist is to take the love of Christ wherever I go, however he equips me to do it. If that means I have alopecia and I get to walk around with some other alopecians, I get to spread the love of the Lord that way. Come on in, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. Come sit over here for me. Because, Dad, come on in. I got him. Y'all, you know, sometimes you got to spoil your family. You just got to. Come on, Mr. Bennett, come on in and have a seat and make yourself comfy. So that's pretty much the history of the Confinement Chronicles audiobook series. We've got the 10 different topics, and they are available on our website at daqueenbee.com, DAQUEENBEE.com. So every city that we travel to, we try to give you just a little bit of information that is contained in each volume. DJ Kahuna is my partner today. He's going to be playing portions of the audiobooks as kind of like a listening party. And so our first listening party is going to occur at right about 10, what is it, 10:30? Yeah, in about 5 or 10 minutes. So Kahuna's going to get a portion of the audiobook ready. And I think the first one that we'll listen to is you pick one? Oh, okay, that's good. We'll pick part of that one. And then, so kind of how the flow is going to go is we're going to listen a little bit. We're going to talk to several of the authors because the authors that contributed to the series are coming through today. So as they come through, we're going to introduce them to you. And then we're going to have shopping breaks. So the reason you vendors are in the room is because you guys are a part of all this. We don't want folks going down the hallway looking for y'all, and y'all can't hear. Y'all got ears to hear. We want you to hear as well. So we're going to be doing that. And then we've got some fashion showcases. You may see that I've got a couple of ladies that look kind of like me. And so we're going to have some fashion showcase. We're not professional models, but we're modeling something. Like I said, my jewelry comes from Miss Christina today. And my lashes today come from Sophisticated Tips. And so I try to be everybody's big admirer with this because we're still raising money for alopecia awareness. I am an ambassador for the Alopecia Areata Foundation, NAAF.org. We have an annual alopecia awareness retreat in Daytona Beach, Florida every year in September, and we'll tell you more about that as the day goes on. But you know, it can be a struggle when you're losing your hair and you can't afford a wig, or you can't even afford to go get a haircut, or you can't even afford to go get the mental counseling you need because you're losing your hair. And the National Alopecia Areata Foundation helps us with that.
She called me and said, well, all I need is a few. I said, I'm not an author. And she said, it doesn't matter. I said, I kept saying I'm not an author, and as the deadline approached, she said, well, the deadline is today at a certain time. Just email me whatever you have. And I did, and that's how I got on there. But to me, it was just a way of getting things out, because my father, I always remember that we took him, he had been going to the doctor and getting great reports. And then his blood test came back wrong, and we went to a specialist. They tried to do a test once, and I guess it was God's will that they couldn't get in that time. And a month later, they did another test, and when they got the results, we got home, and my father was, his physical condition had changed, because he stumbled going to the door. The nurse told me to carry him to ER immediately, and because of COVID, I was only able to go in the first part of the ER part, and they took him away, and a week later he was gone. But the main thing was that we were able to talk to him the night before, because when the doctor called, he was like, well, we're doing all we can for him with his blood pressure. And we talked to him, prayed with him, and then that's when I don't think you hear. I prayed that the Lord would, if you're going to take him in the morning, because a year later, before my brother passed, they called our house at 2 in the morning, and my mother answered the phone, and the person who called didn't have really compassion. They just told her straight up, and she almost had a heart attack that morning. So that's why I asked God, and God, He answered that prayer. And because of my faith in God, me and my mother both were able to get through it. And then also August, my mother passed, and both of them passed of a cancer that we didn't know they had. And because of my faith in God, and my message would be that do all you can for your relatives and friends while they're here. Yeah. Because for me, I didn't go through any grieving process. You always see a 12-step or 6 steps of grief. I went through none of that, because I had already did all I could for them. My mother, the night before she passed, I wasn't supposed to be there in the hospital, but God made it so I could be there. And I was able to talk to her, pray with her, pray gospel songs like I had been doing. And the next morning again, God answered my prayer. She was gone. So for me, my thing is that having faith in God, your faith in God, whatever God, whoever you believe in, your strength, that will keep you through the hard times, because of COVID, we weren't able to have family gather around us like we used to would. So for me, I should say that my faith is what's keeping me going, and I still haven't had any, I don't have any grief things, because I promised my mother that I would travel, go ahead and travel. If we were going to, I would travel and have a good time for the both of us. So that's all I have to say.
Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Latimer? Anything you want to say? Anything encouraging? Okay.
How did it feel to write the first time, for your very first time, outside of school?
That was the first time I did it. It was Angie's pressure to get it more than
We know how she is.
It gave me an outlet to get it out. Basically, that's what it was. For me, it was an outlet to get it out, maybe that I would have had in any other way.
So Marcus is a testimony that sometimes you just gotta do what people tell you to do. And now I'm trying to encourage him to travel with us on this tour. Next month we'll be in Dallas, Frisco, Texas, near Dallas. Then we're going to, where are we going? Oh, Waldorf, Maryland in July. August we'll be in Niagara Falls. September we'll be in Daytona Beach for the Bold Beautiful Bold Beauty Bazaar. Then we go to Raleigh, North Carolina. Atlanta, Georgia, November 13th. That's when Barty gets to show out. He's going to have a big concert and everything. And December we'll be in Sacramento, California with another author. So if anybody's ready to travel, let us know. But for right now, I'd like for you guys to join with me as I give author Marcus Latimer this certificate of appreciation. It's presented to him from the Confinement Chronicles audiobook series. Thank you for joining us, and it's signed by Angie and Barty. And if you guys want a copy of the audiobook that he's featured in, several authors talked about their mental health during the pandemic. Just give him $15 and he'll email it to you. Thank you. I'm going to change up the program just a little bit because the Holy Spirit tells me to do that. And so I'm going to ask Uniqua to come up here because we actually heard her say, don't have your mouth open. Just close your mouth, baby. You're too good to be sitting there looking shocked. DJ Big Kahuna played her segment earlier today. And hers was the first segment that we heard. And since he played her segment, a couple of people asked, you can have alopecia when you was a child? And Uniqua, that's what she wrote about. You know, kids can be bullies. So, Uniqua, can you come up for just a minute? I know you're dressed and looking fabulous. Oh my God, look at this thing. Oh, look it. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Can you tell us just a little bit about your alopecia history? I know we heard about it earlier, but can you just share just a little bit? Ain't she adorable? She is.
Hello. I was diagnosed with alopecia when I was like 6 years old, and it would come out like in round patches at first. And then I really didn't like lose all of my hair until about, I want to say like 9 years ago. Yeah, and then it took me about, I'll say exactly about 3 years ago to just finally just stop wearing wigs and stuff and just embrace it.
So, Uniqua is a part of our fashion show segment today. She's wearing something from our featured designer, and we're gonna get ready to ask our lovely models to step out. Barty's gonna direct them. They're gonna have a little mini fashion show segment where we will tell you more about these fabulous designs that they are wearing. So, thank you so much. Right now we're gonna ask DJ Big Kahuna to play some music that is always featured in the soundtrack of Confinement Chronicles. And while he's getting that together, maybe Angels Inside or one of the other soundtracks, I want to tell you just a little bit about DJ Shaheem. When you listen to our audiobooks and you hear that background music that sounds like it's married to my voice, it's produced by the incomparable DJ Shaheem. Shaheem and I were in radio together about 100 years ago. He would produce beats, and I would find Christian rap artists who needed beats, and they would get songs together, and I'd play them on the radio show. Well, when the Lord said, do the audiobook series, Confinement Chronicles, I called DJ Shaheem. I said, I need some music. He said, well, how much music do you need? I said, I don't know, about 2 or 3 songs. And he sent me about 2 or 3 songs. And then I said, well, DJ Shaheem, the Lord said I got to do another one. Can you send me some more songs? So he sent me some more songs. So at the end of the 10 volumes of Confinement Chronicles, DJ Shaheem had a whole album. And so this is some of the music that you will hear in the background. And again, it feels like it was made from my voice, and I'm so grateful. So DJ Shaheem, I know he's not here. He'll be with us when we get to Raleigh, North Carolina. But I just want y'all to give him a round of applause. Because, he makes some wonderful, wonderful beats. Okay? So we're going to get ready for our first fashion show segment. And Barty will be up here to kind of get y'all excited about that. And while we're getting ready for that, we're going to have a 5-minute shopping break. Y'all go get a vendor, buy something so you can get in for the door prizes. According to Personality Plus Boutique, Raquel is gliding in a mustard color butterfly sleeve fitted top and it's paired with a navy pleated panel maxi skirt with pockets.
Super
I know
sexy.
somebody that wants them
I do.
I know somebody that wants them. Now, do you notice the printed detailed panels in her butterfly sleeves? Look at them. Detailed panels. Who puts a detail in a sleeve? Well, personality plus D. You go down the center, girl. Let them see you. Let them see you. Let them see you. Oh, my goodness. Don't forget the bling belt. Now, Sister Johnson can make a belt look good. Look at that. She is a bling girl. And her outfit is provided by Marilyn Smith of Personality Plus Boutique. Now, Raquel, before you go, honey, go to the microphone and tell them what the boutique is like. What was your experience at the boutique, girl?
It was really nice, and because I am a plus size model, she has a variety of everything. She really does. And a lot of times when you go to boutiques, you see a lot of the smaller size. But her boutique, she has a lot of unique outfits for the small up to the plus size girl.
Amen.
So go there and take a look. I got caught up. So. And I stayed close to the boutique. Right, so it's really nice. You
All right.
go out there and see what she got.
That is wonderful. Y'all give her a big round of applause as she glides away. Thank you, Sister Johnson. Thank you. Thank you. And where are you from, Kimberly?
I am from Lansing.
Oh!
A whole lot of us in here today.
All right, Kim. I'm gonna let you go on because extra, read all about it. Kim is wearing a magazine print palazzo pants set. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Magazine print. Who does that? It's paired with a black tuxedo jacket embellished with black rhinestone sleeves and the lapel. Girl.
Work it, girl. Work
Yes, yes. Come on down. Look at them pants. Look at them pants. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to see Kim. Look at there. Look at there. Read all about it. She got them pants on. Got pockets. Don't let my daughter Jasmine see them pockets. Oh man.
Super sexy.
Beautiful. Tell us about this choker around your neck.
Oh, this is mine.
Oh, go to the walk down the aisle and tell us about that. I need to know. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Tell me about the choker.
Amazon.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all give a big round of applause. Girl, you look so good. Oh my goodness. There we go.
My name is Lorna Maston, and I reside in Redford, Michigan.
Lorna is all the rage as we see her wearing a camouflage peplum jacket with sequin embellishment on the back and the sleeves. I didn't know sequins was back in style. I'm gonna have to do something
Super
about that.
sexy.
It is super sexy. It pockets. Something got some pockets in it. Look at that, girl. It's paired with a black techno fabric mermaid skirt. Check it out, y'all. The mermaid skirt. And her clutch says, "No limits." No limits. Absolutely spectacular. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, Lorna, what was your experience at Personality Plus meeting Miss Marilyn?
So I do a lot of different things, and I always have to go to a boutique or a different stylist, and I hate it if it's not my stylist, because most people don't have sizes that accommodate everybody or different body styles.
Right.
And this was the very first boutique I've ever been to that, and I have been to countless boutiques. This is the first boutique I've ever been to that not only did they have my size, they had things that were fitting, that were flattering, that were unique. Like I seen this bag.
Wow.
When I was in the dressing room, I had put like my wallet, my phone, and my keys in the bag. I was like, I'm buying this bag. I didn't know how much it was. I didn't care. I was like, I'm about to buy this bag. So then she was telling me like, I could give the outfit back to her. I was like, I'm not giving this back. But it was amazing. She's awesome. And I told her I look forward to actually working with her in the future with different projects and things, because she has some really nice stuff for all shapes and sizes. So definitely go check her out. It was amazing.
Oh, give her a round of applause. Thank you. And last but not least, I think the baby of the bunch might be coming out. Where's Uniqua? Where's Uniqua? Where's Uniqua? There she is, y'all. There she is. Look at Uniqua. Okay, I'm sorry, baby. Where you from?
Detroit.
Woo! Yeah, I call her the baby of the bunch, but she grown, good and grown. And you'll hear some more of her story in the Alopecia volume of Confinement Chronicles. But right now, Uniqua is strutting in the oh so colorful, flowing, sexy navy maxi dress with a denim belt. And it has pockets. Oh, we love pockets. Do you notice the ruffle sleeve and the ruffle at the bottom? Do you see how carefully some of the leaves of the buttons open to showcase just a little bit of leg action as she strolls across the room? Man, I know somebody made that just for Uniqua. Yeah, she made it just for Uniqua, just for her. So, y'all give Uniqua a big round of applause. And I think it may be time for all of our models to come back, and then I'm going to put somebody else on the spot. I need Miss Tiffany Tyson-Green just to go up there so I can talk about you for a minute. Because you don't fly all the way from Florida and sit over in the corner. I can't put baby in the corner. Tiffany to put her camera down and go on up there. Yeah, go on up there so we can see you, girl. Because Tiffany, yes, Lord. There we go. Y'all get your cameras ready. Y'all, I just need you to know this right here is what I dream about. Yeah, this is what I dream about, y'all.
Look how beautiful they are.
Folks coming in from all different directions. We had Detroit and Redford and Florida.
We love you, Marcy, but we ain't gonna say it. We gotta continue to promote, man. You know how we do. All right.
I love it. I want y'all to give a big shout out to Marilyn at Personality Plus. Please, we'll give you more of her contact information later. But right now, this fashion showcase segment is presented by Angie and Barty Productions. We are advocates for alopecia awareness. And we just have a love for each and every one of you ladies. So thank you so much. Give them another round of applause. And see, there's the baby of the bunch. There's the baby of the bunch. Martino, show them off just a little bit more. Uniqua, thank you so much. I want to tell you something else special about all of them. They each wrote a segment in the Alopecia volume of Confinement Chronicles. So give Uniqua $15, she'll email you the audiobook. Give it to her. Who's next? Oh, there we go. This is so cute. She wrote a portion in the Alopecia Awareness volume. So y'all give her $15 and she'll email it to you. She look cute with this camouflage. Look at Lorna in this camouflage. And all that stuff on the sleeves and the back. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. Because my husband got on his blue jacket too, so I'm excited. All right, Kim. With them newspaper print on her pants, the art of fashion. Look at that. I just want to read the stuff that's on the pants. Well, I don't want to look too low, so, but yeah. Oh, that's lovely. All right, and Kim Glover in that. Oh man, it was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you, Bertie. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
You wearing that monster colored butterfly sleeves. Sleeves, so pretty. So pretty. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, you guys, our lovely models will be back in just another minute. But I want DJ Big Kahuna to get ready to play some 313 Mentality. We gonna take care of that. So now that we're talking about family, we're going to listen. This is the next audiobook listening party segment. We're going to listen to a little bit of 313 Mentality by my sister, Sonia Bennett. 313 Mentality. Close. She learned how to organize the plastic bowls in my cabinet. She learned how to swim and float in my pool and do laps. But most importantly, I put her in front of the microphone and I said, Sandra, I want you to say this, like this. And she did. And I said, Sandra, I want you to say that, like that. And she did it again. And so now Sandra is the youngest audiobook narrator with Angie Productions. And I want you to give her a big hand. She has narrated more audiobooks than I can't even keep track. And now I'm working on her being the next audiobook narrator for Lakeisha Allen over here. That's what I'm working on. Sandra takes direction. She's an actress. She's 9. And she's been doing this now for about 3 or 4 years. And I don't think she would be half as good as she is if it wasn't for my baby sister Sonia, her mother. I just want to tell you, as a firstborn, sometimes them little brothers and sisters get on your nerves. They don't do what you tell them to do. They do stuff wrong and then blame it on you. They just a mess. But Sonia is absolutely like that, and I still love her. We're going in another direction. I got to be truthful here. I got to be. But Sonia is, oh my God, she's incredible. She's gifted. She's anointed. She's talented. She is a writer. And when the Confinement Chronicles started, I said, I need you to write something. Okay. And she wrote 313 Mentality. And then I was fussing at her. I was like, the Lord want me to do another topic. Okay, I'll write something. And she did. And then I said, who's going to narrate all this stuff? She said, well, I'll do mine. And I'll do some other folks too if you want. And so that's what you just heard. That's how God has blessed this project by giving me anointed nephews and nieces and sisters. And eventually, I think my 75-year-old parents will mosey on in the room eventually. And you'll learn more about them. But I just want, Sandra, would you like to say something about narrate? No? Okay. You think your mom would like to say something? No? Okay. I'll let them come to the microphone. Come as you are. Come as you are.
I just want to say the pandemic is definitely something that I never thought I would see in my life. I never did. You read about the Spanish flu and back in my grandmother's time, but I did not think that there would ever be a time that the churches would close, that Disney would close, that, you know, the government would really pay us to stay home. You know, people talk about Big Gretch. She saved our lives. We lost a lot of people, but she saved our lives here in Michigan, and it was my pleasure to join in this project with my sister and my niece and I. We have spent more time together in this past year than we ever have in her life. So in that time of being confined and being quarantined, we did write some, we narrated some, and it was our pleasure. So I hope you enjoy it.
So before I let them get back to their vendor space, I'd like to give their certificates to Certificate of Appreciation presented to author and narrator Sandra B. Thank you for joining us in the Confinement Chronicles series. Thank you so much. Thank you. And she's not this shy when she gets behind the microphone. Sandra, I need you to. So thank you, Sandra. Thank you. And another certificate of appreciation presented to author and narrator Sonia Bennett. Thank you for joining us in the Confinement Chronicles audiobook series. And I gave y'all a little, yeah, there you go. So thank you so much. There is more to come. We have more authors. We have another fashion show segment. We've got a lot more to listen to. So if you leave for lunch, please come back. Because I don't want you to miss my parents. I mean, Dad is a trip. So I want y'all to, he can teach you how to drive too. So please network with our models, network with one another. And again, if you'd like an opportunity to introduce your products or services and you're not a vendor here, just CBRT, make your donation, and we'll get you on the schedule to be able to make a presentation. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's shopping time, y'all. It's shopping time. Bertie said,
hold up. I should have married Jamila.
Happy birthday, Jamila. On behalf of your entire family in Florida, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. That's okay. That story is printed in the April 2021 issue of Triumphant Magazine with Daniel Saxman Fuqua on the cover. Triumphant Magazine is a sponsor of Confinement Chronicles. During 2020, they wrote an article every month and featured our authors. Uniqua was in a volume. Sister Johnson, Sister Lorna, Brother Marcus, everybody that wrote for Confinement Chronicles got a chance to be featured in this magazine. And I called them and I said, my mom is getting ready to turn 75, can I do something? She said, absolutely, because Triumphant Magazine is all about spreading the good news. You know, sometimes you only see bad news in the news. And so this is a mother's mother, and it's dedicated to Jamila. Love you. Yep, she'll be 75 years old on May 9th, and I won't be here for it, so we're celebrating her throughout the day. And so when y'all see my parents, you know, together, you know why they together, because it's because of Jamila.
Don't they look good for 75?
Her gown came from Personality Plus. Yes. Marilyn dressed her. Look at that train on the. Look at that. So 75 and looking like a Coke bottle.
Her hair used to be longer.
So, yeah, it's about lunchtime. Barty is reminding me that it's lunchtime. If you came late, you don't have to leave. You can still shop with the vendors. And we'll be back about 12:15. DJ Kuhn is going to play some music for us, but we'll be back about 12:15 or so.
I see you trying to go somewhere. I can't go with you, but here's $50 for gas.
Thank you, Donna Gray Banks. Thank you for the gas money. Thank you. Somebody else said, Angie B, I see what you're doing and I can't be there, but I know you probably going to have to feed somebody, so here's $50. Thank you, Dr. April Johnson. Thank you. Thank you. Them Coney Islands and Buddy's Pizza was good. Thank you, thank you. I just want to thank, you know, some people that said, I know y'all in the hotel and you're getting in late and Michigan ain't got no indoor, you know, dining, so here's some adult Lunchables, here's some crackers and some cheese and some salami and some ham, and I know you need some chocolate Whoppers, so thank you, Sonia Bennett. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I agree, I can't do it without y'all. Okay. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and y'all been strengthening me. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Also want to let you know that I'm very, very grateful for the business owners that said, you know what, I've never done this before, but I'm going to try it this time. I talked to a woman named Marilyn Smith, and she owns a boutique. Everybody at the church house know about it, and every time you see somebody at the church house looking good, it's because they came from her boutique. And I called her and I said, you know, I got a few bald women that need to be looking fabulous. Do you think you could take care of them? And she said, well, I ain't never done that before, but I'll try it. And Marilyn Smith called the other night and said, I don't know where you found them women, but them the nicest women I have ever met in the world. Can I just have them? Can I tell? I said, I ain't met them, but sure, you can talk to them about whatever. But thank you to Personality Plus. Thank you to Marilyn Smith. Thank you for deciding that, okay, I'm just going to pick up the phone and talk to this woman. She didn't know me from Adam. And she decided to dress our models. And didn't they look fabulous this morning? Oh my God. And then she dressed my Mama Jamila. Just stand up one more time so everybody look at Mama. Mom, y'all, she just look at this. It's got a train on it even. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Well, come on. Just come stand next to me. I'm gonna have a waistline like hers one day. I'm hers one day. Okay, so one of the reasons we're here on May 1st is because my birthday is May 8th, and my Mama Jamila's birthday is May 9th. And you know, that's Mother's Day weekend, so we always get shorted at least one gift, at least. But one year, I went to Chicago for my birthday, and my children threw a fit. How are we supposed to do something for you and do something else? So I knew I couldn't come my birthday weekend, even though I wanted to spend it with Jamila. So I said, well, I'll come early, and I'll do what I can. And another woman helped me to do what I could do. So I'm going to ask her if she'd come up here and tell us a little bit about herself, and maybe bring something up here, if she don't mind. Y'all give her a big round of applause as the florist lady comes up here for a presentation for Mama Jamila. There you go. Happy birthday. So,
Not as flowers.
yes. Yep. She really, not as flowers, she really took care of me. Because again, she ain't know me. I'm some lady from Florida. Calling talking about I need flowers for my grandmama. She turned 90. And I need flowers for Jamila because she's 75. And she took care of us. Yes, she is. So, y'all get her information before she leaves. Because look at these flowers. Look at them.
Yes, they will take care of.
Yep.
As well.
Custom
pieces, anything that you can imagine, we can do. So, you have cards I can leave there on the table.
Yep.
I'm caught off guard.
stay or say anything, but I'm glad to be in front of you guys, so I'll leave cards here. My name is Edwina, and my sister-in-law. Yes, Claire, Adam, we all go to church together, and we fellowship with them every now and then, every chance we get. But it's a pleasure being here. Thank you all.
Thank you for the flowers. Okay, so watch me up here, y'all. Happy birthday. Barty, can you tune us up with a happy birthday? You get that section, Daddy will get that section.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah,
give that.
Yeah. My daddy microphone, he got it. Come on up in here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you. And let's get a real good happy birthday, because we got to give folks flowers and appreciation while they're here.
Now, we're not going to do that old version. No, it's not an old woman. So we're going to do that, you know.
Wonder version.
Yeah.
Know that song?
Know that song?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right. Satisfying show number 2. I should have married you, Camilla.
Is that you, Jesus? Is that you? And they'll be like, get on Facebook. I'm like, but RT is right here, sleep and the light, and get on Facebook. Yes, sir. And you know how on Facebook, your timeline, somebody will just pop up, and this paparazzi lady just popped up. I'm like, who is she? Oh, she in Texas. I might have to meet her before the tour go to Texas. Oh, she got the prettiest eyes. Look at her eyes. Oh, Lord, look at her. Look at her. And so I contacted Christina. I said, Christina, you think you could maybe meet us in one city? This is our schedule. Christina messaged me back and said, I'm retired and my husband works for the airlines. We coming to every single city you going to, girl. I'll meet you in Detroit. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Thank you. Can I go back to sleep now? Jesus. So we're going to ask Miss Christina to come over and tell us about her business and about this giveaway that y'all don't want, because it's for me.
Hello. First, I want to thank Miss Angie B and Mr. Barty for inviting my husband and I here on this beautiful tour. This is amazing. I mean, we're blessed already, you know. But like she was saying, yes, I had just retired. I worked in the hospital, you know, dealing with the hospital medical field during this time, you know. But I've been working my business. I actually started paparazzi in 2018. And I came off of a sickness, and when I was working another job, I wasn't able to, you know, focus on my job that much because, you know, being sick, you know, they had to find what's wrong with me, this and that. And so finally, I was demoted.
When she got sick with her, she had got diagnosed with lupus.
Yeah.
She lost all her hair.
Yeah, I lost all my hair.
All her hair fell out.
Crown and glory. My hair started falling out in patches, and he's, thank God, a barber. And so he helped me, but thank God, you know, I got better and found the treatment with my doctor. But like I said, like you said, scrolling on Facebook, I saw one of my friends from like elementary, and she was showing Julie, and all you're seeing just $5. I was like, look, she's making money on Facebook. And so I contacted her shortly after, and she explained the business to me, and I said, you know, we have 4 kids, and of course I didn't want to go punch nobody else's clock. And so she said, all you got to do is, you know, find a corner in your house and set it up. You're good to go. And so I joined her team. It was only $99. I joined her team. You know, say if I, this is $99. You know, worst case scenario, you know, I end up with all this beautiful jewelry. Best case scenario, I'll be in a place like this right now. And so thank God, fast forward, my dad, he passed away on September 1st, but he was like my biggest fan. I want to see you do your TV show, because he used to watch, watch me on, I do it on Facebook Live. I set my camera, my phone up, press play, and everybody who want to shop with me, shop. That's how they shop on Facebook, and I do it from the corner of my home in my little dining room. While my kids running back and forth, and they doing it with me. My son, he come on camera, they love him. But that's what I've been doing, and thank God March 9th, I've retired from my hospital job and I'm doing this full time. So I'm very excited, like I found you and you found me, and here we are, and we're ready to make this happen. This is a beautiful, cause, and I've never even heard about it. I've never heard about it, so thank you so much for providing us. And I just want to mention, this is, I don't know if y'all know the show Empire that came on Fox, but Cookie Lyons wore a necklace like this. And so we have it here in Paparazzi. This is our signature Z collection piece. These are our $25 collection pieces. Whenever you see this this big tag, it says signature Z, and they come out, 20 of them come out each year. And so this is one of the ones that Cookie Lyons wore. So I'm giving it away, so if you haven't joined the raffle yet, come by my table and give me your name, and good luck. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all.
Wait. Got some goodies for you. First of all, I want to give you the alopecia awareness wristband. It's not as blingy as what you have, but that is for you. And this is a book by one of our ministry partners, Charlene Thomas, now Charlene Rogers. She wrote a book entitled Fear Not. And she said, Angie B, I know you're going out, you need door prizes, and you need to bless some people. So we want to bless you. We want to thank you for being a premier sponsor. Thank you for saying you'll go everywhere with us. Thank you for putting up with me, because I may not give y'all the information. I just say show up, be there, and you'll see how it's going to work out, okay? So thank you. All right. Did I send you something? I didn't? Well, let me tell you about, and while I tell you about the cancer volume, you can play something from DJ Shaheem, because again, he created so many lovely beats that just sounded like they were made for my voice. But the cancer volume of the Confinement Chronicles was heartbreaking for me, because it was during that time that it seemed like there were several people. Brother Marcus lost some folks to cancer, and this prayer partner over here was dealing with cancer, and I had gone to 1 or 2 or 3 doctors, and they kept saying, well, it's probably cancer, and I'm like, what? No, And Barty was like, it's gonna be all right, and I'm like, well, I'm the one over here with the issue of blood, so when you figure it out, you let me know it's gonna be all right. It was just like cancer was everywhere. And the Lord said, be still and know that I am God. And so I started talking to people. I've talked to my sister Sonia. I said, you remember when we lost Granddaddy to cancer? And she was like, yeah, I remember this, and I remember that, and I wrote it down. I called, oh, y'all come on in and sit down. I know y'all in the door. We'll give you a round of applause for coming in. Come on, y'all. Come on. Grab, sit down. I called my sister Tanya. I said, Tanya, do you remember when we lost Granddaddy to cancer? And she told me his story, and I wrote it down. And I called my dad. I said, do you remember? And he told me something, and I wrote it down. And Marcus said, my aunt runs a cancer foundation in Michigan, and they take groceries to people when they can't get out, and they get wigs for kids when they have cancer, and they do this, and they give scholarships, and they do that, and so we got stories together, and each author sold their $15 volume and donated proceeds to the Tamara Latimer Cancer Foundation, and it's in Michigan. So Marcus, raise your hand if y'all want to give to the foundation or find out about it. Marcus is a board member. But the beautiful thing about that volume was I got a chance to turn my daddy into an author. I called him later and I said, Daddy, remember when you told me about Granddaddy? He was like, well, yeah, I remember, but I don't know what I said. And I said, well, that's all right. I wrote it down and we narrated it. And now the publisher is going to make it into a book. Confinement Chronicles is going to be a book that you can hold in your hand. It's going to be about 250 pages. I don't know what page you're going to be on. But you got an ISBN number, Dad, and you're an author, and now you can go on tour with me, Daddy. And so I need you in July in Maryland, and I need you to come to Atlanta and sing with Barty in November. And it was just a very special thing because out of the grief of cancer came the joy of knowing that there were cancer survivors that shared their stories in that volume. We were able to give money to a cancer foundation, and now I get to give this to my dad. So come up here, Daddy. I got something for you. Y'all give my daddy a big old round of applause. Daddy, this is your certificate of appreciation for author Al J. Bennett. This is for joining us in the Confinement Chronicles. You shared something so special with me about my granddaddy because I wasn't here when my granddaddy was dealing with cancer, but the story that you shared about him was something that I didn't experience. And so I thank you, Daddy. I appreciate you. I love you. My daddy is an author now, 75 years old, and he's an author. He's an author, and I think he may have some other things that he has written that we're working on. My sister is a professional transcriptionist, and she's putting some stuff together for Dad, so he'll have his own book out. But don't think that the small contribution that you may make to something is going to be overlooked. He made a small contribution, and now it's going to be the biggest book our publisher has ever done. She keeps saying, Angie, it's 250 pages, 250 pages. I've never published anything this big, so as soon as that book comes out, I'll let you know. You got something you want to say?
Thank you. Thank you very much. He was a very special man to me because my father, I don't know him all my life, but Kavorza was closer to me than any other father. He taught me a lot of good things that I can use in everyday life. Things that normally a dad would show you, but he was the one that taught it to me. And I was very touched by him leaving. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Y'all give my daddy a round of applause. I want to thank someone else for seeing something special in me. I know that sometimes when you step out on faith and you do things, you kind of wonder, am I doing it right? You know, you kind of wonder, am I giving God the credit that he deserves? And a few years ago, my favorite cousin was getting married. And I was so excited that I got an invitation in the mail that I was just ready. I was inviting relatives to the wedding that wasn't even on the invitation list. I was like, come on, we'll just all sit together and it'd be all right. Come on, we'll make room for it. It's an outdoor party. How bad could it be, you know? Just come on. And my cousin called and said, well, Angie, listen, the lady that was going to officiate, she can't. So since you coming anyway, will you officiate for me? And I'm like, you know what? I did that ministry class. I think I know what I'm supposed to do. It's in the book somewhere, but this is my cousin. If I mess it up, it's going to be all through the family. It's going to be real bad. I got to start out with the family, you know? And so then I went to my husband. I said, do you mind saying something? At least if I mess up, you can redeem me or something, you know? And so my cousin married this beautiful woman. Yes. And every time I see her, she's a light and a joy. And now she's a business owner. And she's my cousin Kim over there in the corner with Color Street. Hey, Kim! What's happening, baby?
Everything's everything.
And since Kim, I've then gone on and officiated not one but 2 weddings for 2 daughters. And God is good. So I want y'all to go over and see Color Street. I want y'all to enjoy. And And we'll have a shopping break in just a minute. We will. I know I've got some other special people that I need to come up here, but Barty is about ready. He's about itching to do what he gonna do. So,
Kahuna, will you please turn on my mic? So hear the words coming out of my mouth.
He's getting ready. We got door prizes. We're gonna have another shopping break. We got some more goodies to give away, but right now, I want to introduce to some and present to others the man that God sent me to make my life wonderful. Yeah, you can find him online, bartysings.com. And
he got to click it on.
oh Lord.
Kahuna.
Yeah, keep we wrote a book together. It's in the back. It's called In the Beginning There Was God, Me and You. Because Barty was divorced, he said he wasn't doing that no more. He'd go around singing, and he was enjoying being a bachelor. You know, get off the stage and have groupies. He was enjoying that. And I had been married twice, and I was, excuse my language, I was not going to submit to another black man again if he wasn't my daddy. And God had to heal me and cure me of that. So the Lord put the two of us together, and my grandmother even said it. How you gonna marry my granddaughter? You sing Motown R&B and she a preacher. And Barty's response was,
I really don't know what I said, but
you said, Grandma Pearl, I sing about love and God is love. So that's how he went up with Grandma Pearl. But I'm gonna get out of the way.
we need to go back to what she said about. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. See, my wife, she does me like that.
Yeah.
I just follow her lead. That's all I do. I like to give a big round of applause. If you will, to my wife. This is her beauty. This is something that she loves to do, and I'm just beside her. Thank you, Mr. Kahuna. Thank you.
You know this would have stayed working all day if you had walked around all day with the on. It has an on and off switch for a reason. For someone who uses cordless mics all the time, you know better.
My bad. I'm sorry. You forgive me? Battery died.
No.
Okay. What am I up here for? Oh.
There you go.
I ain't doing that song.
Yes, you are.
Oh my God. Better do the song before Continental BMW leaves. Continental waiting for you.
Y'all like to dance on the song?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Camilla.
I've been so many places, seen so many things, but no one quite as lovely as you.
That's Mama Camilla.
More beautiful than the Mona Lisa, worth more than gold. Set your eyes as a pleasure just to behold.
Yeah.
You're my medicine. She's your greatest inspiration. That's it, man. Thank you very much. Do you know this song? I know it, Oh, every day, you know that depends on me. If that's not possible, tell me oh, 'cause I need somebody who will stand by me when it's touchy. You will always be there for me. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. Tell me, baby, can you know?
What up next?
It is just about time for another audiobook listening party. Since all of our alopecians are here, I'm going to ask DJ Kahuna to grab a track. We heard from Uniqua Lee earlier, but maybe he can get the one from Lorna Mastin or Kim. And we're going to be able to listen to some of the words that they wrote. And because I know soon they're going to head out and get ready to change clothes again for the second part of the Alopecia Awareness Fashion Showcase. Earlier today I gave a shout out for the Fresh Book Festival. They are one of our sponsors, freshbookfestivals.net. But I also want to introduce you to Triumphant Magazine, triumphantmagazine.com, and you can also search for Triumphant Magazine on Facebook. They sponsored the Confinement Chronicles last year. Every issue featured a different author, and they've sent us with some copies of the Confinement Chronicles. So I encourage each of you to go to facebook.com, search for Triumphant Magazine, and like and follow the page and contact them and say, hey, I heard about the magazine at the Detroit audiobook listening party. I also want to tell you about Carol Chisholm with Wonderfully Made. Carol Chisholm is on Instagram at Wonderfully Made, ONEDERFULLY made _4U, the number 4U. Wonderfully Made is a supporter today. She's got t-shirts, totes, mugs, and more, and she is an alopecian, just like me. She was featured on the cover of Triumphant Magazine in the 2020 issue because she was a part of our fashion show that took place in September for Alopecia Awareness Month. So go check out Carol Chisholm on Instagram, Wonderfully Made for You. I have her business cards up here. And message her and let her know, yes, Angie B got your business cards. They got delivered today. Thank you, Angie B. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think Bertie is about ready to do something special. Uh-oh. You sound like you need Sandra. You need a young voice. Sandra, can you come and help out Uncle Bertie? He might need you to read some.
I just wanted to make sure the mic was on.
Oh, Lord.
Does it take batteries? Oh, this one will take batteries. Okay.
Bertie, you need some young eyes to read a number, don't you?
No, I'm gonna get somebody to pull it, but what we gonna need? Can I borrow one of the tubs? Because this bag gonna be too small, the bag and the money.
There's that much money in it. Oh, thank you, Pastor Alexa.
That much money? Hey, got 2 tickets left. Got 2 tickets, that's all I got. All that money.
That's all I brought.
I'm gonna pay. If I win, y'all might think I'm cheating.
Huh?
$5 ticket.
All right.
2 tickets left. Huh? No, you get 1 ticket. But hey, this ain't that. Sound good. She got both. But you can get it. I'll put it there so late. What is this?
How much money we got? How much money we got?
I don't know. When they win, we'll count it together.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh, okay. I'm just mixing it up. I ain't taking it now. You know how some people I have a tip you all the time, and sometimes people you take it for
Give her the ticket. Just get the money, baby. Come on.
You might be taking stuff. Okay, you buying 2?
See, this is why I don't pass the offering plate when I preach. Because folks like RT give us preachers a bad name, you know. What are you doing with the offering?
See, I told you my wife, God put us together.
Amen.
Those of y'all who our book is in the back, I might want to read that.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to need somebody to pull, because I want,
Sandra got your
I got who I'm going to pull.
Okay.
She's a pastor. Husband's a pastor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'll keep it honest.
Will you please come up here, Pastor?
Yeah. Pastor Alexa, she keep it right.
All right, you just got to let me shake it up. Because I don't want you, because they all stuck together and all this money. Oh, man. I ain't putting that in my pockets, y'all can see now.
Wait.
All right, get drum roll. Do a time.
But I think this says Raquel. Is that Raquel?
We just stay connected all these years, because when you meet good people, you want to keep them in your life, and you never know how God is going to connect you and at what time in your life and when you need it. So to sit there and hear her say that she's inspired by me always brought me to tears, because I'm so inspired by her. She came to my job on Wednesday at Total Life Changes, which is a company that specializes in health and wellness. And we connect with distributors that sell our products. We have like 40 products. They're all on the table. I brought samples for everybody, so make sure you go with some free teas. We have all types of teas, detox teas. We have liquid vitamins, all that stuff. There's a box underneath our table full of supplies, so make sure you guys take some home, because it's free to you guys. And they can cost quite a bit, so take some, try them out, and you guys are going to enjoy it. So the way that my company connects during this pandemic is that we started some live shows where we live stream. So people have different topics that they talk on it, and I was just giving my show for the first time. I've just joined the company 7 months ago, so I didn't expect anything at all for at least a couple years. But God is so good. You know, God said, I'm going to give you another door, another avenue, another window for you to be able to help impact other people and to spread my message. So I forgot how we connected about this. I think she just reached out to me on Facebook. And I said, I don't know if I told you we moved to Michigan. And she's like, I'm going to Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I said, you're from Michigan? Like, I didn't even know that this whole time. And I was like, that's crazy. So you have to come and be on my show. It happens to be Inspirational Wednesday. You have to come out. And she's like, yeah, we're going to be there. Count on me. And she came on the show, and you guys have to watch it. The comments, everybody fell in love with her. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, who is this woman? Because I introduced her as the most influential woman in the state of Florida. And that is after everybody knows Angie B, Queen B, everybody knows Marti, Motown singer, multi-talented, always supporting, entrepreneur, successful. So to be connected with them for us is an honor and a privilege. So all I want to say today is I want to say thank you. I have so much gratitude in my life. The company that I work for, they're based on 7 core values, and one of them is grateful is our mindset. That's my favorite one. We love each other, period. Passion is our fuel. There's so many. But grateful is our mindset. I live by that. I don't know if you all know who Maverick City Music is, but every morning I listen to the song Thank You, and it talks about being grateful. Every morning I wake up, I put it on my playlist, and I just thank God for another day, because we're in a pandemic and we all know what's going on, right? Unfortunately, about 2 weeks ago, I had to bury my oldest sister. We were 5 girls, and she passed away due to a heart attack, so that just really gave me and she was only 52, 53. Really young, right? So that realization set in that we're in a pandemic, things are real, things are happening, we're not living until we're 100 anymore, so it's time to be grateful, it's time to do what you said you're gonna do while you're here. And at the end of the day, we're all here for one reason. The main reason is to impact others.
Yes.
It's to impact someone else's life.
Yes. Yes.
We really are. I mean, you want to, in your life, be able to take something in someone's life that has made a difference in their life, in one way, shape, or form. And that could be through music, it could be through word, it could be through your work. I work in human resources, which is a resource for human, and all that means, even though I'm the director of HR, all that means is that I'm a servant in God's army.
Yes.
That's all that means. I'm a servant in God's. I'm here to serve all the 450 people that I'm responsible for, to serve them. That's what I'm here for. And that's impacting their lives, yes? So today, I want to make sure that I connect with each and every one of you. You'll see me later on going around and shopping and supporting you guys and what you do and what a great cause. And you have taught me a great lesson today. That is, I never knew how beautiful being bald can be.
I love it. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. It is one thing when you've got Pastor Gabriel over here, and then you've got Pastor Alexa. They are definitely in my corner. Definitely. DJ Kahuna,
My sister has been that person for me. Not only does she make me smile, but she makes my children smile. I tell you, we have y'all know how you can have a Facebook group of people that you talk to, and you usually give them names like the ugly cousin or the ratchet uncle, or you can give them names. Our group on Facebook is called In It Like Bennett. And every time my husband sees the video call, oh Lord, it's the Bennett's calling, it's the Bennett's. And it's always my 2 younger, my 2 daughters and my youngest sister, Sonia. And when you go to answer it, you can already hear them giggling. My husband be like, I can hear their big mouth from across the room. And we get the opportunity to talk every day, sometimes twice a day, and maybe 3 times on Sunday. My children know my sister better than they know each other. And so my daughters married 2 wonderful men last year, and I call them the Fab Four. My son-in-laws are best friends. So anyway, the Fab Four got together and said, Ma, I'm like, oh Lord, yes. Ma, we want you to do something. Okay, how much it gonna cost me? It ain't gonna cost you nothing. I want you to do something. When you get up there on the microphone, call Auntie up and give us this. And so I'm about to do that now. Auntie, would you come on up? The Fab Four have sent something kind of special for you. And I want it on camera so that they know that I did it. She is the fun auntie of the family. She'll send you a gift before you know you need it.
She will be there when you got a busted knee and you wake up from surgery and she there to take care of you. She gonna be there for you. She gonna be there. And so on behalf of the Fab Four, they're sending you this Detroit Institute of Arts. It's got Belle Isle Park, Ford Field, Guardian Building, Comerica Park, Renaissance Center, Fisher Building, Philip A. Hart, Joe Louis Arena Plaza, Fox Theater, Fillmore, Detroit. All these places I think you may know where they are. And it's got little, you know, instructions on what do you, so that's from your nieces and your nephews. Congratulations. You got something you want to say?
I just want to say thank you to my nieces and nephews. They always support me, even from afar. So, you know, I try to support my sister as much as I can, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I had to do that one. I had to do that one. Okay, got a couple door prizes. This again is the book entitled "Fear Not" by Charlene Carla. Apocalypse, death, destiny. If you're not reading books, you need to be listening to books. If you're not reading, and if you're not listening, you need to be shopping with this woman over here. Have y'all seen her purses? Have y'all seen? I'm trying to stay away from her. She got a purse that looks like it's got a telephone holder on the outside. And would you like to come up and tell us just a little bit about your purses? Y'all give her a round of applause, because she don't know me. She don't know how I just call on people. She don't know. She don't know. So, come on, tell us about that purses.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, you know, my sister, Marilyn, she did the clothing for the models. And we're Personality Plus, handbags and more. So I ventured off a little bit on my own, and I'm into denim. I like, okay, I like doing denim, so this is me right here. And I hope you like my purses.
Yeah. Thank you. And then we've got an author in the house. If you're not reading books, if you're not listening to books, if you're not shopping, you need to be writing a book. And I ran into, again, Lord woke me up, said, go on Facebook, yes, Lakeisha. I'm like, what kind of book you got? And she said, oh, it's just a little book about, you know, a daughter. And she went to go meet Vice President Kamala Harris, went to the inauguration. I was like, oh, I got the perfect little voice actress that can bring that to life. Come to our event and you'll meet the voice actress. She said, well, can I bring my books? I said, yeah, come tell us about them. So please, Sister Allen, come tell us about this book. Look at the little pigtails on the... Y'all give her a round of applause.
My name is Lakeisha Allen. I am from
Sorry. Okay. I'm good.
You don't need no book.
No, don't need no book.
I am from Lansing, Michigan. Last year, when the pandemic hit, because I am a single woman, my only child is off on her own. She graduated high school in 2019. Thank God we avoided the pandemic. But I have been home alone for 2 years, and when the pandemic hit, my question to God was, why are you sitting me at home alone? And I have to be in this house because the pandemic is really bad and we don't know where this is gonna go, and I have a compromised immune system and I can't go out. My doctor was like, I'm not even gonna wait for you to call me, you're just not going back to work. I'm taking you off now. I don't need you getting sick. So my conversation with God was, you sat me down for a reason. What would you have me to do? Because now there are no distractions, no interruptions. You have my undivided attention. What am I supposed to do besides look at these four walls? And he said, I needed to get your attention. He said, there are too many of my people paying attention to the time between the dash, life and death. I need for my people to pay attention to my dash, and my dash is impartation and manifestation.
Yes.
I impart into you before I send you to earth. And the goal is for you to manifest what before you come back to me. You manifest what I have put into you when you do what I called you to do.
Yes.
But too many of you are coming back to me full of what I sent you there to empty out to the world.
Right.
And I was like, wow, okay. Well, I have been through a lot. I don't look like what I've been through. And he said, that is exactly what has been your distraction. Everything that you have gone through has been to distract you from manifesting. Now I need you to focus. Your voice, your entire life, people have tried to shut you up. And you have used writing as a healing mechanism. I gave you that to help you heal. But now that you're on the other side of that healing journey, I need you to begin to pour that out so that other people can heal from what I've allowed you to come out of. And so I've been writing. Writing has definitely helped me heal. I was doing a client's taxes in my office a couple of months ago, and he said, stop, write this book. I've learned to be obedient without question. So I stopped, I wrote the book, and when I read it, I'm like, wow. And I know that for me, watching the inauguration, I cried, and I'm a grown woman. I cried because as a 42-year-old woman, I've dealt with more than my fair share of systemic racism. I know what it feels like to go into a job and have to dumb myself down so the white female counterparts don't get intimidated by me and find a reason to fire me or to attack me. I know what that feels like. So this inauguration meant the world to me as a grown woman. But as I'm reading this book that was written through the eyes of a child, I thought, I can't imagine being a little girl watching this inauguration and now what it means. So many of these little girls will not grow up with the limitation that I grew up with, which was that as a black girl, you're not going to get very far. You're going to go into these jobs, you have to dumb yourself down, you can't show them how smart you are. And now you have people like Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, Keisha Lance Bottoms, all these women who look like us that are breaking that myth, are basically showing us it don't matter what the color of your skin is. You can be whatever you want to be. And now we have more and more women who look like us breaking those barriers. And I want that story to get out because I want other young girls to see, just because I'm a woman, just because I'm a female, and just because I'm a woman of color, does not mean that I have to live by these limitations. In my book, I mention other key figures besides Kamala Harris because not every little girl is going to want to grow up to be the vice president. We're not all going to aspire to be that, but we can aspire to be a council person, a governor, a state representative, a teacher, or whatever. And not only that, but it's not even just about women of color. It's about women, period, that are breaking barriers in droves. So I mentioned women of color in that book, and I mentioned Caucasian women in that book because women in general need to encourage younger girls to aspire to be in those positions that we were not once allowed to be. You don't have to just be a housewife. If you want to be a housewife, that's fine. If you want to be a teacher, that's fine. But if you want to be a governor, a senator, a vice president, or even a president, you can be that too. Don't let anybody stop you. So that's what I want that book to encourage young people to do. Just figure out what you want to do and let God lead you on your path of becoming.
I just wanted to introduce Pastor Gable to you all as the man that's been the best husband and partner in my life for the last 26 years. Every single thing that I've been able to accomplish or do in my life, he's been just where you see him right there, sitting in the corner, just supporting me, letting me do my thing, encouraging me. When I sit in the car and cry, when I say, oh my gosh, I messed this up, I don't know if I should do this person got offended, what should I do with that? He is the one consistent person in my life that I can count on, that loves me unconditionally, and that is there for me and my kids. We have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. And he has just been the love of my life. He's an inspiration. He's extremely funny. He's extremely handsome, which is a problem. If you're single, find somebody ugly. Don't find even good. And I always say that. I always tease him like that. But he is just the love of my life. He's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Pastor Gabriel. Angie wants you to come up and just give us some words of encouragement, and then it would be awesome if you can just say a prayer for us.
Well, God bless each and every one of you today. It's funny because when we go places, we think that we're about to receive something, but it's always something that God, He partakes and He implements, that we're actually going to do something for someone else. It being a walking testimony, or it being an encouragement word that that person needs at that very instant, because God always works in the 11th hour. It's always on His timing, not on ours. We may want it like Burger King, your way right away. But you know what? Your way could be the wrong way. You don't know it, but he does. And as I was sitting there with, and admiring, what Miss the Queen Bee and Barty is doing, this is awesome. This is really, really awesome because we're bringing an awareness to people who really don't understand what they're going through, that don't know the changes in their bodies, if it being something normal, as they say, or if it's needing some type of guidance or attention to it. Two things came to mind: attachment and assignment. And one of the things you'll be able to differentiate between the both is when things are attached, they're not ordered by God. But when you find something that's assigned to you, you know it's God, because there's no expiration date. And I always consider Angie B and Barty being an assignment to people today. People who need that type of band-aid, that type of, type of treatment for what they're going through at that very moment. They have the heart and the compassion for you, and it's real. It's not fake. I'm here to tell you, that something is genuine. There's an authentication code listed underneath it, because Angie B has blessed my life, my family's life. She actually brought out, when she came out and was one of the hostess at the fashion show with my daughter, I walked away thinking, oh my God, can all of that from God being one individual? And so she's left an imprint in my heart from that day forward. And I know she's left and is going to leave an imprint in your heart. It being for what she's representing or what she stands for. But I guarantee you, she was definitely assigned to you for a reason. And if you don't know that reason, ask God to reveal it to you, because you need it. It may not be here today, or you may not need it tomorrow, but eventually God is preparing you, putting you in a place and in a stature at that very moment to receive what he's got for you. And he is going to utilize Barty and Angie B to be that vessel. God is all omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. But how awesome it is when he utilizes a vessel to go out there to extend their territory, to extend God's territory, to reach who needs to be reached, to preach who needs to be preached, touch who needs to be touched. That loving back rub that she does, to God be the glory. I'm telling you, I was telling her father and her mom, I'm like, when she first did that at church, I was just like, okay, this is awkward. My wife is sitting right there. We're in front of a congregation. And why am I loving this so much? Wow, why'd you stop? Okay, that's right. And and I even asked my daughter one time, I go, sweetheart, can you rub my back the way Angie B does it? I was like, please, just one time. Please. And she tried it, and I'm like, just stop. Just stop. And when I saw her on Wednesday night, I was like, Angie B, and immediately she started, God knew. And I love the fact that she's always there at the right time, at that right moment. I did have to say, when I saw her Wednesday, I'm used to seeing Angie B with hair. When I walked in and I saw Angie B without hair, I looked, then I looked again. I was like, she is so beautiful. How awesome it is. And now we have other things in common. I'm just thanking God again for filling that void. And so with all that, let's stand, please. And I guess she wants a prayer. And dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord, just thanking you because of who you are, Father, Lord. Yeah. Worshiping you, Father, Lord, because you are our sovereign Lord and Savior. We thank you for the many blessings, Lord, that you have bestowed upon us. We thank you for the time and energy you put to plan and order our steps, Lord. We thank you for those who you have put before us, who has been assigned to us, Lord. Lord, I ask and I speak right now to each and every one of us here today, Father, Lord. Allow us to open our eyes, just like that young man that Elisha was speaking to open his eyes so he can see that there is more with us than against us. Allow us to see who is trying to attach to us and who is assigned to us. And Father, allow us to pour into those who are assigned, because Lord, you are the only one who is the creator of all. And you can only assign, Father, Lord. But Lord, give us the strength to burn off those who are attached to us.
Yes, Lord.
Father, burn off those bridges that need to be burned, Father, Lord. And allow us to pour in our valuable time, our time that belongs solely to you, recognizing that you are first and foremost in our lives, and recognizing that everything we give you glory and honor for, Father. And we thank you for that. We bless you, Lord Jesus. We thank you for the 75 awesome years that you have bestowed upon her mother, Father, Lord, and her father, Lord Jesus. Give her 75 more,
Yes,
Father, Lord.
yes.
Give him 75 more.
Yes.
Lord, we thank you and we ask that you bless us today, Father, Lord. Fill us not just with your power, but Holy Spirit, saturate us from the top of our heads to the soles of our feet. We ask this in your Son's holiest of holy name, which is in the matchless name of Jesus. We thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Give her a big round of applause. The baby in the bunch. The baby in the bunch. I want to hear from Madam Blue Lips down there. Tell me about that lipstick and tell us about you.
I reside in Lansing. I am an office manager, and my daughter's here with me, and a couple of friends of mine are here with me. So I have some support today. And I have my type of alopecia's AU, or alopecia universalis. So that just means I've lost hair all over my body. I didn't develop it until 9 years ago, after the death of my grandmother. And so it was a journey. And some of the people in this room were very an integral part of me getting through that period. And loving on me and supporting me when I decided to come out bald publicly, and they loved me through it. And so yeah, that's my story.
And you're sticking with it.
I'm sticking with it. Yes, I'm loving my blue lips today.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Who has done the eyebrows? Uniqua?
Microblading?
Yeah. Okay, tell us about the microblading.
I just recently did microblading.
Tell them what it is.
It's like is it a tattoo art? Yeah.
Razor tattoo.
The noise is what I couldn't get past. I'm not gonna say it's so much hurry, but it's and it was time consuming. It took, I want to say, approximately 3.5 to 4 hours for them to, and what I thought it was permanent, but it's not permanent. I think every 2 years, every 2.5 years. But yeah, and so I'm new to the microblading. I actually like it. You just wake up and your eyebrows done. So
yeah,
that's my experience.
So my name is Lorna Masson. I am the CEO of Prices Rubies, a nonprofit located in Redford. We do a number of things. The goal is to meet the community, whatever the needs are. So we raise money for scholarships. I'm a Forex trader, and so we have a special program for people that have felony records. and we assist them in teaching them with how to trade so they have an opportunity to change their life. We have a mentorship program. There's a number of different things that we do. We partner with other organizations. We have very large sponsors. And so each and every year, we just go with whatever the Lord says. So definitely follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Priceless Rubies. My name is, again, Lorna Masson at LT Masson, and follow us. Yay!
Well, as I said, I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I have been publicly bald now 3 years. And being a licensed cosmetologist and being bald usually doesn't go together, right? But I owned it, and I took what I thought were my flaws, and I'm now making it my business, along with me doing hair and nails. I included the makeup and the eyelashes and the eyebrows and the lipstick, because now my face is what everybody sees. I can't hide behind my hair. And I decided that I wasn't going to live the lie anymore. I wasn't going to be the slave to the wigs and the weave anymore. So when people walked into the cosmetology school or into my salon and they see this bald lady and they say, "Hi, I do hair," and it was like, oh, whose hair are you doing? And then I have to educate them again. I'm big into education. Even the Bible tells us knowledge is what? Power. So we have to be taught, we have to learn, we have to be willing to accept the knowledge. So I'm wearing it. I'm wearing my truth. I love it. You can't make me wear a wig anymore. So I do my lipsticks, I do my eyelashes, and I do my fingernails, and I still do hair, but I'll talk somebody quick and, "Girl, you got these bald spots in here? You see me and I know I look good." So I've encouraged a couple of them to go ahead and cut it off, but they're not ready to give it up. They'll still go to the store and buy those wigs. But with time, everything heals, so it is a process.
It's a process. Thank you, ladies. And so now it's time for some presentations. I have a Blue Ribbon Award. This one is presented to Tiffany Green, Alopecia Awareness. Thank you for helping us spread alopecia awareness in the Confinement Chronicles audiobook listening tour in Detroit. There you go, baby. There you go. Y'all get a picture of her and her Blue Ribbon Award. Yeah, yeah. And I'm with you. You can't pay me to put on another wig. Lord have mercy, that thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna let y'all give her a round of applause as she heads back to her booth. And don't forget, the spa party starts at 7. It is $50 a couple. She may not have supplies for everybody because you should have RSVP'd earlier, but if you haven't paid her and you want to, you go on over there and and see what she got going on. See what she got going on. Talk about the baby of the bunch being Uniqua. I don't just say that because she the youngest of us. I don't even know how old she is. But her enthusiasm is like a childlike spirit. You know, when I first met her on Facebook and her pictures and everything, it was like I felt like Jesus saying, "Let the little children come on, come over here and let me hug and kiss on them." And I just want to hug and kiss on it. I know I'm trying to stay 6 feet apart, so I wish this pandemic would hurry up and be gone. But this is the Blue Ribbon Award presented to author Uniqua Leak. She wrote her story and she shared it in the Confinement Chronicles. She is an author with an ISBN number, promotional flyers, promotional videos, and you give her $15 and she'll email you her version. Also want her to have 2 of the bracelets for alopecia awareness. I know you probably got some, but share them with somebody else. And y'all just look at how cute she is. I just give her a round of applause. She's a baby, and she helped deliver babies. Hey, look at that. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The baby delivering the babies. The baby. The baby. Lord, Sister Johnson right here. Come on over. This one right here, I'm like, she the definition of bold, beautiful, and bald. She walked in the room and she got that husky voice. And I'm like, oh, I know, I want to just listen to you, girl. But this is your Blue Ribbon Award presented to author. Author. Can you believe it? We lost our hair and we wrote about it, and now people paying us to hear our story. Y'all give her $15 and she'll email you a copy of the audiobook. And you just have been such an inspiration throughout this whole event. She said, I live in Detroit, but I'm gonna come stay at a hotel with y'all. She said, I was in Florida last week and I'm gonna come back in September. I'm like, oh yes, please. So thank you very much, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Kim. Oh, honey, where you get this outfit from?
Right.
Glover. Thank you for helping us spread alopecia awareness in Confinement Chronicles. And y'all, this is Lorna. She's got a nonprofit organization. And she's helping out people in this area. She ain't worried about nothing. Sometimes we get so caught up in what people think or how we look or that we don't do what God has called us to do, and she's doing it. So she shared her story in the audiobook series, and this Blue Ribbon Award is presented to author Lorna Maston. Thank you. Oh my, look at her shoes, y'all. Look at her shoes.
Okay, necklace.
One more. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So we all know how to have a good time.
Something years ago.
Oh God, has it been that long?
It's been longer than that.
Oh Jesus.
Angie came into town, was visiting family, and she's like, Ross, I gotta go on air. I gotta get my show on. We gotta do this. And I'm like, Angie, I ain't did internet radio in years. This was before internet radio was internet radio.
Oh my God.
She was like, I know you can do it. I got faith in you. You've been on the radio. You've been on the real radio. You can do it. So me and Angie sat down and we got it together and we put it together. And I've been doing music since 1980.
Wow.
I've been DJing since 1980.
You old.
And Angie came into my life during the time I was going through some strife and struggles, both mentally, emotionally, and family-wise. And she renewed my faith in my music. She renewed my faith in my ability to do the music. And she got me on internet radio. At one point in time, I was on 3 different internet radio stations. Now I am a co-founder of my own radio station called DDT Radio out of Detroit, which is playing disco, house, dance, and trance music for those who like house music. On Sunday nights, I do, as I say, I like to flip the switch and I change the pace. And I do old school. I do straight old school. Everything from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and 90s. And I mean, we have a great time. And I have about 200 listeners. We are online on the station, live on Facebook, live on Mixcloud. And I have to say, I owe that all to Miss Angie. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Papa Bennett, thank you for having her. Sonia, thank you for sharing her, Sonia. But once again, I know Angie is very powerful and her spirit is grand. I thank you once again.
Untitled Chronicles. The 2021 audiobook listening tour is coming to Detroit. Join us Saturday, May 1st, 2021, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Best Western Conference Room, located at 7447 Convention Boulevard in Warren, Michigan. Authors, audiobooks, networking, fashion shows, listening parties, book signings, shopping, and more. Bring your spouse, bring your mom, bring your sister, bring your feet. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on May 1st, come enjoy a couple's spa. Registration is only $50 per couple. All supplies are included. For more information, call 407-914-6519 or send your Cash App payment to $Nail Lady, NAILADI. Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal will also be accepted. Saturday, May 1st, 2021, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy a couple's spa party presented by Tiffany Tyson Green, pedicure spa facilitator.
Presented by Angie B. and Bart T. Productions.
Miss Tiffany is going to be teaching more of these spa parties, so we're going to use some of these pictures for her little promo video. Yes.
Okay, so we put our bath salts in, we put on our gloves, awesome. So now what we're going to do is, the pitcher should have a towel in their hand. The guest is going to take their foot, they're going to put it inside on top of the pitcher's lap. Has polish on their toes. We're going to take the cotton off of those. Take the foot off. Don't take the foot off. Take the polish off. Don't take the polish off. If there is polish there to be removed. While you're removing that polish, as you should see, the foot should start to feel a little soft. 3, make sure that the pad is saturated really well, and the polish will go ahead and come off. Cotton is normally not your friend when it comes to removing polish. So you're going to leave a lot of little bitty strands on there. So to avoid that, just place it, rock it back and forth, and then swipe it off. You may need to do it more than once, and that's okay. Depends on how thick the polish is. Now, if the person has gel polish on their toes, acetone is not going to be, it's not going to work. Acetone is not. He's doing a good job.
Boy, she was amazing. Took the people with English, but I knew she was talking about them people.
And then we have a